Welcome everyone to another game here at Mountain View High School. This one a volleyball game between the varsity teams for the Mountain View Spartans and the Cupertino Pioneers. Today our two teams are facing off, uh, both of which struggling a little bit in the standings, both in the Deanza League, who it seems to be very top heavy. Monte Vista and Saratoga, both very strong in the win-loss categories. But Mountain View and Lynbrook at the bottom. Cupertino a little higher, 3-2, but Mountain View is struggling, 1-6 in league. Mountain View, as you can see, right there at the bottom, 1-6. But it's a little deceiving because overall, they're 10-11 for the league. So they win about half their games when it comes to all play. But within league, they are having a hard time getting those victories. Cupertino, for the same reference, is 9-5 in all play. So it is definitely a strong league because Cupertino winning twice as many games they lose, yet they are struggling to get victories as well in this strong league. And we'd like to thank our sponsors here at KMVT 15. KMVT Sports would like to thank our sponsor, Altos Mobile Massage. Massage can change your mental and physical state, inspire you to give power and energy to solutions. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. So Cupertino starting off to serve, number 31, Aaron Ho, who's a senior. That was knocked out by Cupertino. Mountain View running back. So their turn to serve. Serving now, Kyle Kabatu, who's a junior with Mountain View. It was a great spike by a player I don't have listed, but serving again, once again, Kyle Kabatu. This time, another spike by Hunter Silmack, who is also a senior with Mountain View Spartans. Here's a replay. Strong spike. Cupertino once again knocked it out. Mountain View on a roll here. Kyle Kabatu again racking up the serve. Nice little tap there by number 11, Thomas Mathine. He's also a senior. Here's a replay. All right, stepping up again to serve here. Good dig. Ooh, nice celebration there. Very excited. Here's a replay. That was number 14, Will Dominguez. Mountain View is once again on a roll, trying to get that first game nice and quick. Serving was number 5, Justin Lau. Justin Lau serving once again. 7 points on the board for the Mountain View Spartans. Couldn't help but laugh. Number 14, Will Dominguez. And there's a timeout while you take a look at this replay. Will Dominguez, who is a very tall gentleman, towering above the rest of his team. Cupertino coach trying to calm her troops. Cupertino taking a breath, getting focused. Serving once again for Mountain View Spartans, number 5, Justin Lau. He's a junior with the Spartans. Great defensive play. As you can see, here's a replay. Nice stop there by number 23, Mariano Paolini. And that was a out service by the Pioneers. Mountain View back in possession. Serving now, freshman Ethan Huang. Ethan was not able to dig it out. That was a very accurate spike. Here's a replay once again. Service is happening. You can see there the dig wasn't quite accurate. Mountain View once again in possession of the ball. Mountain View's strategy so far has been to get it up to center and spike it either to the left or right side. It was a low service that hit the net. Hunter Silmack serving there. He's a senior. Substitution happening. Number 20, Anthony Catuan in for the Mountain View Spartans. Cupertino seems to be crawling back. Serving once again is number 23, Mariano Paolini. Oh, right off his face there. That was unfortunately number 20, Anthony Cotuan, who was just subbed in. His face a little red there. Serving once again. Ooh, Cupertino saved it. Just tossed it over. Mountain View, one more to go. Barely over the net. Cupertino taps it. And I didn't catch. Oh, it looks like Mountain View did have it on the other end, and Cupertino did touch it. So here we go, serving once again, Mountain View. Great service there. Here's a replay of that great service. See, it takes a deep breath there, whacks it, and Cupertino unable to transition. Here's the next service that just happened. Cupertino got a point there, back in possession. Serving now for Cupertino. Here's a replay, what just happened. And they just served again. Play is happening once again. So serving again for Cupertino's Patrick Ho. He's a senior. He stepped out of bounds there. So ball goes back to Cupertino. And the reason why it goes back to Cupertino, he crossed the net. So he went to the other side. Patrick Ho against the serve. And it's out. Or not. Wow, that was right there on the line. Very close, very precise ball action there by the Mountain View Spartans. Mountain View again moving the chains. So I could borrow some football terminology there for it. Serving again is Ethan Makishima, number 9. He's a sophomore. Cupertino was able to get it right onto the other side of the net. Mountain View was not able to retrieve it. Aaron Ho, serving again. And that is out. Going back to Aaron Ho, serving for the Cupertino Pioneers. It is now a close game. Cupertino is now within 2 of Mountain View. That one's out, so Mountain View gets to retrieve the ball. Here's a replay. Oh, I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That was not out. We're back into play again. That one off the rafters. Here's a replay. Again, ball off the rafters. Back in play here. Back in play here. Very powerful spike, and Cupertino is just taking the lead. So Mountain View is losing a little bit of their composure here. At one point in this game had a 12-point lead. Now they are losing by 1. There it is. Will Dominguez, our tall player for the Mountain View Spartans, again with a very powerful spike. Went right to center court in Pioneer territory. Ball goes back to Mountain View. The ball is out. Ball goes back to Kyle Gabatu, junior with Mountain View Spartans. And the ball is out. Oh, I am mistaken once again. Sorry about that. A lot of close plays here. Serving now, guy responsible for the previous point, Thomas Mateen. Ball goes back to Cupertino. Cupertino now maintaining their 1-point lead. Kyle Mateen serving again. Another ball off the ceiling. That one would have definitely taken out a light here. Here's a replay. Failed spike attempt. Ball's back in play. Point retention goes back to Mountain View. Serving now for Mountain View, number 5, Justin Lau. He's a junior with the Spartans. Serving now for the Pioneers, number 25, Lucas Lynn. He's a junior. Another block by the, here's a replay. Back in play here. Nice setup, little push across. And it's out. Ball going back to service for the Cupertino Pioneers, number 25, Lucas Lynn. And here we go, timeout. We'll be back after this break, right here with KMVT 15 Sports.
We're a mobile massage company, and we bring massage therapy and yoga to the corporate workplace. We started this business in order to bring more awareness to corporations for health and wellness. This is a nice perk that they can offer their employees, and it says, hey, we care about your well-being. We look forward to bringing massage therapy and yoga into your corporate workplace.
That was a Mountain View timeout. Ball goes back to Lucas Lynn with the Cupertino Pioneers. Passes the ball a few times. So Cupertino now up by 5, 22-17. Ball's making its way back to Lucas Lynn with the Pioneers. He's excited, his team is now up by 6. Some confusion on the court there. Score now 24-17. Pioneers lead. Point goes to Cupertino. Here's a replay. See, there's a defense. Okay, that was it for the replay. That is the first game going to Cupertino. Cupertino gets 25, Mountain View gets 17. Okay, here's a look at our replay where number 20, who just subbed in for Mountain View, takes one in the face. His face was a little red there, and he had to walk it off a little bit. He was laying down. That was number 20, Anthony Cotuan with the Mountain View Spartans. We have about a minute left here. So far, the Mountain View Spartans have been really aggressive in the early going, but Cupertino has kept its composure. Mountain View, a very energetic team who has a couple players who like to get amped up, especially number 14, Will Dominguez, who I am not sure of his height, but he has to be at least 6'2", maybe 6'3". Maybe he plays a little bit of basketball as well. But he definitely plays in front of the net and will consistently be blocking the balls from sets that come over close to the net. He also likes to spike and will often be spiking towards the back left or back right side of the Cupertino defensive end. Serving it now for Mountain View Spartans is Kyle Kabatu, just waiting for the ball. As the official does some last-minute checks with the team and everything, we'll just be getting ready to start the game here. Between the game clock is at 0, so we are just standing by and waiting for the start of this next game. Players to look out for in Cupertino, number 31, Aaron Ho, who has a great serve, has made a couple points here for Cupertino. We'll see if Mountain View can turn this one around. Here is Kyle Kabatsu with service for Mountain View Spartans. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there between the Cupertino Pioneers. That was Thomas Mateen. Here's the service again. Ball's back in play. Now the ball is out, so ball goes back to Kyle for service. Similar to last game though, Mountain View with points in the early going. It's a great spike by number 25, Lucas Lynn. He's a junior. Now serving for Cupertino, the aforementioned Aaron Ho. Ooh, wow. That was a wonderful spike by number 11, Thomas Mateen with the Pioneers. Here's a replay. And service again. Ball is back in play. Another great spike by the Spartans. This one again by our resident tall player, Will Dominguez. Service by Justin Lau. Ooh. Thomas Mateen with the Pioneers has scored the previous couple points here for the Pioneers. He has tied it up now for the Pioneers. Is now 3-all. Mountain View again has to take a couple breaths here and start collecting itself. They have to take this second game in order to tie it up. Serving now for them is Ethan Huang. Ooh, that was dangerous play there. There were two Pioneers just charging at their own bench as the ball flew over. Here's a replay. Ball goes up, and two players are running right at the benched players. That was an amazing dig. Ball is out. That was a wonderful play by Ethan Huang. Ethan Huang, again, a freshman. He's made some incredible plays so far in these volleyball games today. Serving now again for the Spartans. Ooh, a booming spike by Cupertino's Mario Paolini. Serving now for Cupertino is Lucas Lynn. He's a junior. That's out. Ball goes back to Mountain View. Mountain View trailing, Mountain View taking the lead once again, this time 7-4. But Cupertino's been here before. We'll see if they handle it the same way they did last game. That was Hunter Silmack with the short service and meeting the net there. Serving now for Cupertino, Anand Bijou. He's a junior with the Pioneers. Taking a deep breath here. Waiting for his whistle. And here's the service. Another short service. There's been a handful of those short services for the Pioneers and the Spartans. Serving for Mountain View, Ian Byun. Ball goes back to Ian Byun. Here's a replay. right after service. Connects with the net there. Ball back in play. Ball goes unfortunately out of bounds and goes right back to Cupertino. Here's Mario Paolini with his service. He's had some accurate serving so far. There it is once again. Mariano with another strong service. He gets to keep the ball. Here's a replay. And he serves again, but this time, again, too short. Serving now, number 9, Ethan Makishima. Ball's out. Goes right back to the Pioneers, who have done a substitution. Coming in for the Pioneers is number 25, Lucas Lynn. Serving now for the Pioneers, number 12, Patrick Ho. Ball bounces off the head of number 31, Aaron Ho. If it were soccer, I'd say it would be a good play, but this is volleyball. So Kyle Kabatu again serving for Mountain View Spartans. Nice little roll off the net there. Great play by number 25, Lucas Lynn. Here's a replay. Ball back in the hands of Aaron Ho. Wow. Nice reach there by Hunter Silmack. Here's a replay. As you can see, ball goes right over the net, and he beat the Pioneers to it. He was in position and executed. Not able to save the ball there. Serving once again for the Pioneers, Thomas Mateen. Ball is out and off of the whiteboard. Made a little thunder clash there here in the gym. Thomas Mateen once again. That was a wonderful spike by Ian Bien. Sitting for the first time is number 14, William Dominguez. He played the first game and a half. Did a lot of jumping, got a lot of exercise out there. Serving now, Ethan Huang. Wow. That was a wonderful volley. Ball rolled off the net there a few times. And it also with the booming spikes there by Mariano. Ethan serves again. Wow. I lost count of how many times that ball made it back up in the air. Well, it was a wonderful exchange between the Spartans and the Pioneers. Here's a replay. That spike denied and unable to get it back up in the air again. Serving now for the Pioneers is Lucas Lynn. And again, another short service. But this leads the Spartans to have a substitution. They're bringing back in Anthony Cotuan. His face is probably feeling a bit better now after he took one in that region previous game. Mariano had a little bit too much arm behind that one once again. This will be the third time he sent one far out of bounds, almost hitting the other side of the gym. Here is Anthony Cotuan again with service. Pioneers again sending it out. I am sorry, actually the Pioneers got it in. That means ball's back in their possession. Score now 16-13. There it is, ball is out again. So the Pioneers not making it easy for them. Score now, Mountain View up 17-13. Ian Bien serving again. Again, a booming spike that sent the ball flying. Mountain View now off to retrieve the ball, sending it back to Ian Bien. Ian Bien has had a successful serve first go around. See how it goes this time. Cupertino gets the ball back. Score now 18-14. Mountain View's lead. Back into serve. Manny Muriki, his first time serving today. He's a junior. Still needs to warm up a bit. First time out on the court. Got to shake off a little bit of that rust. Ethan Makashima now serving for Mountain View Spartans. Ball almost in the stands. Almost saved by Thomas Mateen. He was reaching over people's heads there. We got a timeout called now by the Cupertino head coach. Here's a replay of Thomas Mateen reaching over people's heads. Unfortunately, was not able to save the ball. Went right to the Cupertino coach. I'm sure that was a bit of the inspiration for her to call the timeout there. Again, Mountain View practicing their Spartan behavior and chanting. And standing by on service, Ethan Makashima. Pioneers just getting to their places. And now we just wait for the whistle for that service. score now, Spartans 20, Cupertino 16. Ball back in Cupertino's possession. They are now up 17 to 20. Here's a replay. And ball back in play here. Ball almost hits the rafters again. Okay. We are back to the races here as Cupertino, after their timeout, have scored two quickly. Score now 18 to 20. Pioneers now within one. Again, serving Patrick Coe. Had 3 successful services so far. Here's a replay. Just not able to get it over the hands of the Pioneers. Waiting for whistle. Wonderful service. It is now 20 all. Both teams at 20, and now Mountain View uses their timeout. I imagine the Mountain View coach is just telling their team to calm down, communicate better, make better plays. Mountain View has been scrambling a bit in the tail end of this game, so we'll see if he can correct course. As for Cupertino, I imagine what she's saying to her team is just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing fine. No need to change anything. Just stay sharp. Again, score 20-20. Service again, Patrick Ho. He had 2 successful services in a row. We'll see if he can go for 3. Ball is out. That means Cupertino is now once again taking the lead after trailing by a lot. Here's a replay. Mountain View scrambles to get that ball out of their hands and then just knocks it out to the benches. Patrick Ho again with the service. There's the whistle. This time out. That's okay. Patrick Ho had been very consistent so far. This time Mountain View looks back to Cal Kabatu for their service. Mountain View making a statement, tying up the game once again. Kyle Kabatu going after the heads of what seemed to be 3 Cupertino players. There's that defense. Great stop by what looked to be number 14, Will Dominguez. Here's the replay. Oh, actually, that was number 21, Hunter Silmack. And of course, we're calling another timeout here. Now that Mountain View is up 23-21, they were within 2 points of taking the second game. So Cupertino now using their timeout to remind their players, hey, you had it, just get it back. Take a deep breath and calm it down a bit. you guys were doing fine. Now Mountain View is finding some weakness in your play. A couple last words from the Mountain View coach, that time sending instruction to number 11, Thomas Mateen, who has been a great player for the Pioneers. Wait for the whistle here. Service again by Kyle Kabatu on the Spartans end. That one off the forehead. Number 14, Will Dominguez. Cupertino now taking it to within one. Mountain View. Again off the ceiling. Thomas Mateen not able to get that ball over the net. So Mountain View is within one of taking the second game. Mountain View up 24-22. Serving now for Mountain View, Justin Lau. Justin Lau, a junior. Thomas Mateen with the block, making a play, getting the ball back for Cupertino. Here's a replay. Thomas Mateen in position, ready for that spike, and knocking it down.
We're a mobile massage company, and we bring massage therapy and yoga to the corporate workplace. We started this business in order to bring more awareness to corporations for health and wellness. This is a nice perk that they can offer their employees, and it says, hey, we care about your well-being. We look forward to bringing massage therapy and yoga into your corporate workplace.
Here's a replay of the last score. Again, Thomas Mateen was asked by the Pioneers head coach specifically to let's go, if I can quote her directly. And here is play now. Mountain View Spartans are okay, and now we're going to be back here for the can you hear me now? Can you hear? I can hear that now. I can hear it. I'm in. I'm back. Everyone, sorry about some technical issues we're dealing with here. That replay was of Thomas Mateen making a play. He was asked specifically by the Pioneers head coach to, as I can quote her directly, let's go. So, of course, he answered the call and made a play and got his team on the board. So, once again, the official is checking to see which players are where on the court, signaling to the referee what is happening on the court. Now, all that is left, once all those boxes are checked, is for the play to start again. There's some discussion happening between him and the scorekeepers Ball is going back to Cupertino. Cupertino starting off this service. Serving now for Cupertino is Aaron Ho. Mountain View took the second game. Point goes to Cupertino, and ball comes back to them. Serving now, once again, Aaron Ho. Aaron Ho unable to convert there. Ball goes to Mountain View. Serving now, number 1, Kalo Kabatu. There's a whistle. Wow, can't speak right now. There is a whistle there by the ref, and ball goes back to Cupertino. Here's a replay. What exactly happened? I guess ball was out on Mountain View's end. Service again by Thomas Mateen. There was a diving attempt by Ian Bion, but unfortunately he was unable to bring the ball into the correct position to help his team convert. Mountain View now down by 2, score 3-1. Oh, Thomas Mateen, a rare mental lapse, not stepping in position, and that spiked ball goes right into the corner of the court. Ball goes back to Mountain View, score now 2-3. Serving now for Mountain View, Justin Lau, who is a junior with the Spartans. Great defense there by Hunter Silmack, senior with the Mountain View Spartans. Made a lot of plays where he's just in the right place at the right time. Often when he has made plays so far this game, it just looks like he's moving in slow motion. Has the ball just right between his hands. Serving now for the first time, Sudyut Yavrat. He's a junior with the Pioneers. A wonderful spike there by the Spartans. And again, an exuberant celebration. Here's the replay. Spiking was, again, number 21, Hunter Silmack. Ball goes back to Ethan Huang. Ethan, serving for the Spartans, again, is the only freshman on the court for both teams. Here's a replay. Ball is out. Ethan serves again. Very, very strong spike. Went right in between the legs of Patrick Ho, who just wasn't able to get down quick enough. Okay, so serving now for the Pioneers is number 13, Manny Miriyuki, sorry about that. So I'm just going to introduce you here between plays, and then we can just talk about it. I've been doing kind of play-by-play, so if you can do more color commentary. Okay. Sorry. All right, well, sorry about that, everyone. I had to step out for a second. I am back here. And I've brought on a special guest. We have Ann Martin here, who is an expert in all things volleyball. She'll be doing color commentary with us. Thanks for being here, Ann.
Thank you. So it looks like the Spartans are back to serve.
Yes, they're back to serve, and the Pioneers, Thomas Mateen, again with a very strong play. Screen's blue again. Okay. Can you hear it, Ann? Okay. So score now 10-8. Mountain View Spartans in the lead.
And Ethan Makashima is back to serve. That was a nice roll shot by Marcus Hurt to the middle of the court for the Cupertino Pioneers.
Yellow's a wonderful play. Mountain View seems to be a lot stronger this game. Here's the replay.
See how he just rolled that into the center of the court.
Wonderful play by the Mountain View Spartans. Again, rolling the ball in the center court.
Yeah, Justin Loud had a light touch just right over the block to drop down.
So we're getting a timeout here. So Cupertino Pioneers seems to be losing a bit of composure. What do they need to do to turn things around this game?
Well, what I've noticed is when they pass the ball, the setter is setting really tight to the net. So the Spartans have a great block in the front, so they are just blocking them. So they need to keep the block, or they need to keep the set off of the net.
So what's happening here with number 21? I didn't see an injury.
He's got a shoulder injury, and it's an ongoing issue. And so he's just getting rubbed down by the trainer. He's fine.
That was number 21, Hunter Silmack. Serving now for the
Slimak,
Spartans.
yeah.
Oh, thank you for that. Serving now, Ethan Makashima. We'll just wait for the whistle here, get play going again.
Spartans are up 12-8 in the third set.
One's out. Move this here.
Yeah, the ball was served long, so a point goes to Cupertino. quick set in the middle to Will Dominguez, and he just puts it down.
Ball goes back to Mountain View. Serving again, Kyle Kabatu.
New setter will be setting from the back row, and Hunter Sleemock comes in.
Shoulder might be feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Little frustration there. Another short service. There's been a lot of those this game. Thomas Mateen serving again for Pioneers.
Freshman libero Ethan Huang just passed that a little to outside.
Ball once again off the rafters. There's a little scrambling there a bit on the court. Thomas Mateen, here's a replay. Ball went off the rafters. Ball back in play here. Ball is out.
Hunter Sleemock hit it deep.
A little too deep, it seemed. Mateen back on serving. Seems to have a permanent position for these past few sets. Wow, that was Will Dominguez using his height.
With a perfect pass from the new, the guy who's been brought up from JV, number 2.
Wow.
The ball was hit into the block, and the block hit it out via the antenna. So ball goes to Cupertino.
Here's a replay.
You can see that the Spartans blocked the ball outside the court. Hunter Sleemock hits it strong for a kill.
Serving once again.
What is number 2's name? Number 2, what is his name? Somebody got a pen.
Now up 16-14. Serving once again is Ethan Huang, who, as I mentioned earlier, is the only freshman playing on both teams.
Ball sailed out.
By a long ways there.
Number 10, Anand Bijou, missed snapping the ball, so it went flying.
Okay, serving now is number 10, Anand Bijou. Anand did not play the first 2 games in for the first time this game.
It's a beautiful pass by the Spartan, which allowed them to run the quick set in the middle for a kill. New setter came in for the Spartans, Anthony Catwan.
And then Catwan, a junior, here with the Spartans. Bounced the ball a few times. And it's out once again. It's a reoccurring theme for both teams.
It's going deep. There's no snap on the ball. So number 13, Manny Mariuki, hit it out. It's 4 hits, but the referee didn't call it.
He did now. A little late on that one.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking about blowing his whistle before he blew it. Score now 20-15. Mountain View up in this game.
And what I mean by 4 hits is that the Spartans did not block the ball. So it was 4 hits on the side of Cupertino. Therefore, it's Spartan ball.
Yeah, you can only use 3 hits in volleyball.
He hit the antenna, so the ball went out.
Another antenna hit. Is that normally rare for a volleyball game?
Well, no, what's happening is his header is setting it really far out, and it catches the hitter off balance, and so he just hits it in the antenna.
So KMVT 15 would like to thank our sponsors once again. KMVT Sports is brought to you with help from our sponsors. Altos Mobile Massage has been proven to reduce stress and improve well-being. Healthier and happier employees do better work. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. Here's a look here at the Pioneers coaching staff. They seem to be planning as much as they can using technology to do so. Soon will be gone are the days of the whiteboards and the markers.
Yeah, they're looking at the stats right now, I'm sure. Anthony Catwan back to serve. Back row hit. He must jump behind that 10-foot line. He did, and hit the pipe for a kill.
Here's a replay.
See, he's a back row player, and he swings away.
Again, Thomas Mateen making a strong play. Here, mic's open. Hey, Renee, your mic's on us.
It was a bad pass, although
Renee, your mic's open.
free.
Here's a replay.
The ball was on the Spartan side. They were not allowed to play the ball. It was a bad call by the referee, but the Cupertino Pioneer missed the serve, so I guess ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. We're all human. We all make mistakes.
Nice play by the Spartans. Quick set.
Nice and quick. And there was a moment there in the exchange where the ball was on both sides with the hand in between. Now it's becoming closely contested here. Ball once again out. Mountain View getting closer to winning their second game. Now
set point.
Set point. Now up 24-17. That one's short.
Right into the net. So the point goes to the Pioneers.
Yep. 6 more to tie it up for the Pioneers. Serving now for the Pioneers, number 12, Patrick Ho. So I missed that. Do you catch what happened there?
Yes, the Pioneer player was in the net, so the Spartans won the point and therefore the set.
Game, set, and match, if I can borrow some tennis terminology. So now Mountain View is up 2-1. If you are the Pioneer coaching staff, what are you telling your team?
I'm telling the team they need to.
You stopped recording? Okay, so the Spartans are now up 2-1.
2 sets.
Oh,
They're
2
now
sets,
called
yes.
sets. So
yes.
it's inaccurate on our
graphic here. That's okay. So Mountain View is now up 2-1. Well, if you're the Pioneers coach, what are you telling your team right now?
I'm telling my team they need to keep their serve in, and when they hit the ball, they need to snap so it doesn't go outside the court. And also keep the set off the net, because you have big Will Dominguez on the other side, and he will block them every time if it's a tight set.
So if you're a player, if you're hitting it backcourt, I'm assuming just hit it not as hard, and if you're in front of net, stay out of Will Dominguez's way.
Yeah, although there are several great blockers for the Spartans, so whoever's setting the ball, just keep it off the net. It gives the hitters for Cupertino more opportunity to place the shots, to hit them down the line or cross court. If the set is too tight, you just don't have those options.
Just look at Mountain View bench here. They're looking pretty calm here. And here's the Pioneers coach. She is not looking as calm.
No, the down ref right now is checking the lineup for both sides before the set can begin. He's making sure everybody is in the right place where they should be on the court, according to the lineup that the coach gave him. Looks like everybody is in the right place, so the ball is now given to number 1, Kyle Kabatu, the setter for the Spartans. I believe he's team captain also.
Yeah.
Pretty much Will Dominguez and Hunter Sleemock completely blocked that ball straight down.
Slammed the door on them. That ball was not going through.
Back row hit. Nope, did not go over. The set was too tight to the net, and the outside hitter.
Here's a replay. Yeah, as you
the
called
set
it,
was too
close,
tight
too
to
close.
the net, so he had nothing. He could do nothing with that ball.
Similar play, got it over this time.
This time the ball was blocked outside, so point goes to Cupertino. The Spartans, when they block, need to have their hands facing into the court versus outside.
Ball back in possession of Cupertino. Score, Mountain View 2, Cupertino 1. Here's a replay.
Hunter Sleemock hits a kill because the ball was coming over the net because the back row player could not handle it, and then Will Dominguez just blocked it down.
Slam dunked it.
Number 11 just missed the ball, unfortunately.
That was Thomas Mateen. Here's a replay. Out of time here. Ball's back in play.
It's a nice play by the Cupertino Pioneers. They ran a quick play in the middle so that the block did not have time to set up for the Spartans.
Ball back in the possession of Thomas Mateen with the Cupertino Pioneers. Score now Mountain View 4, Cupertino 2.
It's a nice save by the setter, but unfortunately hit deep by Will Dominguez.
Will Dominguez been all over the place this game. Every play, it seems he is just knocking that ball down.
Nice outside set.
Ball is off the hand of number 12, Patrick Ho. Score now, Mountain View 5, Cupertino 3.
And Ian Bioun. Here, outside set to Ian Bioun for a kill.
Survey again, number 24, Ethan Huang. Ball is out.
Serve deep, point Cupertino.
Yep, point to Cupertino. Sorry about that. Ball was on the line, nice and close. Lucas Lin is serving now for Pioneers. No one went for it there on Mountain View's side.
No one called it, and number 1, Kyle Kabatu.
Here's a replay, as you can see. Everyone standing around.
The ball comes back, and Kyle, it's not his ball because he's the setter. Hunter Slimak for the kill. He tipped it right over the block, and the Cupertino Pioneers could not pass it and make a play.
Now only down by 1. Serving Hunter Slimak.
Oh.
That's Mariano Paolini with a wonderful play by the Cupertino Pioneers. Wonderful play here. Here's a replay.
He hit right over the block, and then Spartans passed it right back to him where he tipped it over for a kill.
Beautiful service by number 10, Anand Bijou. Ball goes right back to him. And Cupertino actually took the lead on that play, 7-6. Ball gets ricocheted up into the rafters. Great spike by number 10, Marcus Hurd.
Marcus hit it right over the block.
Marcus, a sophomore, his first time in this game.
Ian Bioun back to serve. Big block by Ethan Makashima.
Mountain View again with their game plan of just block everything. Actually tied it up there. 7-all, Mountain View and Cupertino tied up.
Back to Ian Bioun.
High fault there following scorekeeper. So now it is 9-7.
As the back row hitter sails it out.
Ball short of the net there, stays on Cupertino's side.
It's a great save though by Anand Bijou.
Timeout called by, well, I'm assuming is the Cupertino head coach.
Yes.
They're down by 3. They did change up their game plan a bit this game, but what adjustments do they still need to make?
Well, they're not passing quite well enough to be able to run a play. That last pass was shanked, And then Anand Bijou had to scurry to get it, and then they weren't prepared to get it right back over the net. But if you watch, Ian Bune keeps serving down the line because number 23, Mariano Piolini, is having a tough time passing.
Back to service here, Mountain View. Ian Bune. Diving play there by two different players on Pioneers end.
If you'll notice, the Pioneers are trying a different strategy of having their back row hit a lot more because their front row is getting blocked. Good swing by the back row player.
Yeah, that strategy seems to be working. Mountain View does have a really strong wall in front of net. Thomas Mateen, again, with really strong play to get it to the other side. Here's a replay.
See how he comes from the back row to swing hard so they don't run into the front row blocker, the Spartans.
Service here, score 11-8, Mountain View in the lead.
Net ball.
There's some confusion happening. Pioneers seem to
The referee is saying that the Pioneer was in the net, so it's Spartan ball.
Pioneers seem to be a bit dumbfounded by the call there. Serving now for Mountain View, Ethan Makishima.
Nice block by Will Dominguez.
Very strong block. Thomas Mateen, again, trying to just smash that ball through that defense. Not working. Ethan Makishima again with the serve.
Ace. Ball went down on the line.
Mountain View up 15-8.
The Spartans are still serving Mariano Paolini. That is the game plan, it looks like.
There it is. Third time's the charm, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So now Cupertino gets one more. Patrick Ho now serving for the Pioneers.
Lift. Oh, no. He called Will Dominguez. Nope.
His celebration there.
Looks like
the Pioneers get the ball
he
back.
called Marcus Hurt in the net. So therefore, it is Cupertino's ball.
Patrick Ho again serving for the Pioneers. Wow. Patrick Ho sprinting down the court to dive under the net there.
Because Trevor Tong passed the ball over the net.
Here's a replay.
Trevor Tong dives to pass the ball, and then the libero for Cupertino, Patrick Ho, couldn't quite get it up. Big block. Big
Once
block.
Again, great block by Thomas Mateen. Oh, Thomas Mateen with the, again, attempt to get over the net there. Great block by
Will Dominguez.
Will Dominguez, our resident tall player for the Mountain View Spartans. Well, again, out.
No. We went Yeah, they tried to call a touch, but there was no touch on that ball, so it's back to the Spartans.
There it is.
That was a quick set to throw the Spartans off so that they couldn't get in position to block.
Cupertino crawling back here. Here's the replay. Unfortunately, Ethan Huang not able to retrieve that ball.
Ball went out. Cupertino's bench thought there was a touch, but there was not. So back to the Spartans.
Coming in for the Spartans, number 23, Ian Bion. Sitting down is our JV sub for the day, Trevor Tuong.
Yeah, I believe that he has now moved up to varsity. So Trevor Tong, number 2.
Serving now, Nick Kakuta.
Will Dominguez, still a force at the net, keeps blocking them.
Ball again out, ball in the stands, a couple feet from us here.
Ian Bioun couldn't quite snap the ball, so it went wide.
Serving now, Thomas Mateen. Wow.
Pancake picked up by the Spartans.
And put back down by Anand Biju. Here's a replay.
Ball set behind. Will Dominguez didn't get there.
Wonderful
so
spike
went
there.
Down. Will Dominguez just pounded the ball. Quick set in the middle.
Mountain View now up by 19 to 13, so they're now up by 6 points. Serving is Ethan Huang.
The libero.
There it is.
Instead of blocking over, the ball rolled down Ethan.
That was Mariano Paolini with that strong spike.
Yeah, Ethan Makashima rolled right down.
Serving now for the Pioneers, Lucas Lin.
Yeah, the set was not on target for the Spartans, so Hunter Slimak had to run, get it, and ended up underneath the net.
There's one more point for the Pioneers, 15 to 19 now.
Oh, nice save. Nice save by number 23, Ian Bioun, because that ball was set really far outside.
Here's a replay.
See, Ethan Makashima drew the blockers, which allowed Ian to hit the ball. Hunter Slimak, jump serve.
Ooh, off his face there. That was Nick Kakuta. Second player to take one in the face today.
In comes Anthony Catwan, new setter.
Serving is Marcus Hurt. And it's out. That was good defense there.
Ian Bioun swung hard, and the blocker blocked it out for the Cupertino Pioneers.
That was Devin Reese with the block. He's a junior for the Pioneers. Serving now is Ian Bioun for the Spartans. Again, a low serve.
Ian dropped his elbow on that, and so therefore it didn't go over the net.
So he gets subbed out. Coming in again, our new varsity player, Trevor Tong, serving for Cupertino, Mariano Paolini. Nice soft touch there. Some frustration from the Pioneers players. Thomas Mateen again being a little hard on himself there. Here's a replay.
Set was off the net, and he tried to do a soft touch, and it didn't go over the net. So the Cupertino coach has now called timeout.
Okay, so we'd like to thank our sponsors again. KMVT Sports would like to thank our sponsors, Altos Mo Massage. Massage can change your mental and physical state and inspire you to bring energy and power to solutions. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. Your mic's hot, sir. All right, number 9 up, Ethan Makashima to serve for the Spartans. See if they can get another 3 to close out this set.
And close out the match.
That's right. We got Mountain View up 2-1, trying to go for 3.
Big block by Will Dominguez and Marcus Hurt.
Your mic's hot, sir.
Ethan Makashima back to serve. Oh. Good swing, but a little deep for Trevor Tong. It's called a pipe when it's coming from the back row.
Very vector play. Here's a replay here.
Bad pass from the back row, so Anthony Catwan had nothing to work with to set the ball. Point
Serving
Cupertino.
now. Yep. Serving now, Patrick Ho. Sorry about that, Ann.
That time it was a perfect pass by Trevor Tong, which allowed them to do the quick set.
Now they're within 1, 24-19 Mountain View.
They just need 1 to win the set and the match.
Here's a replay of our last play here. Nice.
Quick set. Will Dominguez puts it down. Great set by Anthony Catwan.
Serving is Kyle Kabatu for what could be the last service of the game. We'll see how it shakes out.
Ooh, right off the head of Will Dominguez.
Yeah, he's taking a couple in the head there. 20-24 now. Pioneers have 5 left to take it back.
Quick set in the middle, back row. Was not able to pass it back to run a play.
Cupertino now at 21. Serving here, Aaron Ho for the Pioneers. Perfect
Ball
service.
Dropped. So Rivero could not pick it up. Spartans called a timeout. Good timeout. Make the server think a little while for Cupertino.
So I saw Cupertino climb back about 5 points there in since the last time out. What adjustment have they made that has made them able to make back so many points?
They were able to pass the ball and serve the ball. That ace right there, it was an easy point.
Sweet. Well, Mountain View Spartans just got what could be their last time out. What adjustment do they now have to do?
They need to pass the ball and run the play.
Run the play. Do it right. Make it nice and easy. Serving now, again, Aaron Ho for the Pioneers. Wow.
Little miscommunication between the libero and Will Dominguez.
Here's a replay.
It was tipped over and the setter picked it up, so the libero should have taken it.
Wow. So Cupertino has just tied it up.
What's happening with the Spartans is that they're not passing the ball, so they can't run the play.
Aaron Ho again to serve for the Cupertino Pioneers.
And Hunter Slimak says, "I'm done with this," and he pounds the ball down.
Of course, it's since we're tied up now, what amount of points does Mountain View then have to achieve to win this game?
You have to win by 2. So if they win this point, they've won the match. It was blocked by Trevor Tong, but it was blocked out. So now the game is tied at 25.
Here's a replay.
You can see the ball go flying.
Thomas Dean just hitting it so hard that if it is blocked, it would go out.
Lift. That is a lift called. Basically, Hunter Slimak hit it so hard that the ball rolled down the Cupertino blockers, and they tried to bump it up, but they lifted it, so that was the call by the referee.
Crowd getting a little energetic here, trying to inspire our Spartans to get the next point.
Oh, big block. Game, set, match.
It was a great
Actually,
game there.
set, match.
That was a fantastic game there. So now Mountain View takes their second win in league, and Cupertino takes their third loss. Here's a replay of our last play of the game.
Block by Trevor Tong and Ethan Makashima to end the match.
And of course, that is the end of our game here. So you have to have our traditional handshakes. First game, Mountain View took it. Second game, Cupertino took it, and Mountain View took the next 2. And here is our credits for KMVT Sports here. Here's one look at our final score graphic. Here's our credits. I would like to thank our producer-director, Renee Antonio Mendoza, our camera operator, Tim Erskine, our camera operator, Orlando Montez, our producer-director, Renee Antonio Mendoza. Special thanks to Mountain View High School and Ann Martin for jumping in with me, and we'll see you next time here with KMVT Sports.